What's up, guys? Welcome back to the home gardening channel. So today we're gonna start some of our super hot pepper seeds. I've got about 12 or 13 varieties in here, and we're gonna start them. And these are 3x5 pots, actually 4-inch pots that fit into a 10x20 tray. On the bottom, as you can see here, is a tray. It's called a 10x20 tray, and these pots fit 18 pots per tray. And then what we can do is we can water these containers from the bottom. So as you can see, here's the bottom of the tray. You just remove a container out, you put water in there, and then it will wick up this container. So it's really practical because it's kind of like a standard size. I'll put the exact size that these are on the link in the comments if you guys want to order them, so that way you get the same exact measurements that I ordered that fit perfectly in this 10x20 tray. So I have my own soil that I made, and it's basically 30% compost, about 40% peat moss, and then 30% native soil. And I'm gonna just put this in here and fill these up. And we're gonna do this for all 18 of these. And I fill them about maybe a half an inch from the top. You know, and then that way later on, if they stay on here a little bit too long, you can always add a little bit of fertilizer by means of organic or whatever it is that you add. I usually add just compost. I side dress them, or put compost right at the base of the plant if it needs any. If I see that the leaves are going yellow or something is happening, I'll just add some of that organic compost. And most of this compost is made by myself. I take a lot of leftover foods, peels, all of those things. Mostly everything that we eat in our house is plant-based, so we don't get any meat or anything that's gonna cause, any kind of issues with smells or anything like that. It's usually pretty good. So basically, I just put them here like that, and then I have these little markers that came with these yellow containers. And what I'll do is I'll take them and I'll write the name of the pepper on it, and then I'll put it in here. And basically that's just, if these containers ever get separated from the tray, I still have the markers. If I was doing 18 of one variety, like if all of these were 7-pot Primo, then I wouldn't really need these. I could just put label on the bottom tray, and I would know that this whole tray is all 7-pot Primos. But because I'm doing odds and ends, a bunch of these are just random peppers, I have to kind of like individually mark each of them. That way, if they go outside, or some stay inside, some go outside, we won't have any problems. So this is what I got. I'm growing here Moruga Scorpion chocolates. I got white ghost peppers. This is a variety of the Cuban pepper that I use a lot in my recipes, especially Cuban black beans, and it's called ajica chucha. But I've grown some of these. I really didn't like the aroma. It's not as aromatic as the ones that I already have. But I wanted to try somebody else's variety to see if I could improve what I had. Carolina Reaper, these are out. All of these are already outside. The plants are about a foot tall. These are 7-pot Primo. I think there's about 7 seeds left in there. Buttholokia, or I can never pronounce that word right. Naga Brain Red. We got some peach. These are peach Carolina Reapers. Another one of those Buttholokias. This is a ghost pepper, basically. 7-pot Brain Strain. This is another one of those sweet Cuban peppers. We got chocolate ghost pepper here. death spiral. So you get the point. We got a whole bunch of super hot peppers, and you know, we put them on these trays. You put your favorite soil in here. I think these weren't exactly 4 inches. I think they were like 3.5 or some weird number. Like I said, I'll put a link to these. And the tray is definitely 10 by 20, and I think they call them 10 by 20 trays. And I think that's because it's 10 by 20 inches. So basically I'm gonna take, let's say, we're gonna take a death spiral right now and go ahead and put one in the soil, and I'll show you guys how I do that. I got a pair of tweezers to grab the seeds. These seeds are really small, and that's a really practical way to grab them. So death spiral, I'll write it, death spiral. So I'll basically write that on there, and I might just put it right here where you guys can see it. All right, so we got the spiral pepper there. Usually I put the pepper in and then the marker, so we just leave that there for now. And then these little tiny seeds are always, you know, a challenge. What I do is I'll put them like in a little plastic container like this, and then I just grab from here. So we got, you know, the seeds there, and I'll do like a little dimple in the soil, maybe about a 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, and then I'll place my pepper seed and cover it. And usually I'll put a little bit of water over it to get it wet. The soil is already pretty moist, so I mean, depending on the moisture of your soil, but I like to put a little bit of water over the top of it just to give it a good jump start. So it's pretty simple. This is a really practical way. Somebody on Instagram that has a lot more experience growing peppers, hot peppers, than I do, uses this technique, and he suggested it to me, and it just made great sense. You know, he said that the double cups don't do that great for him. I know a lot of really big growers do the double cups, like Kangstar and, you know, other growers, but you know, you got to do what you like and what makes sense to you. And once I saw this method and how it all fits into place, I really, really liked it. So I hope you got, oh, before I go, I also want to let you know that you can do this for tomatoes, you know, any other plants really. So it doesn't work just for peppers. It's just a perfect little system to keep things nice and neat, instead of like, you know, the cups that don't fit perfectly into one place because they're round and, you know, all of that. You know, the root bound situation where the roots can get tangled up in the bottom of the cup if you let them go too long. You know, there's a lot of, you know, drawbacks that I'm seeing now with the cups, but this is a lot more user friendly and just a whole better system to go about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe and share so we can continue showing people how to grow their own food and their own beautiful plants. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you really soon on the next one.